Good evening, good afternoon. Once again, we come to another Onyx VRS podcast. Unfortunately, you have to settle with me today because the man is not here. The madman, I would say, is not here, Shamel. And unfortunately, he's tied up doing other things. So today we're going to talk about books, writing books, publishing books, and how we can get there. Well, a lot of people seem to want to do that, and especially a lot of black people are doing it now as well. So I brought in today Mr. Fortuga, as I would like to call him, Rakin, a friend of mine, and he's going to be talking about books and what he knows of it and writing. And he's also done a book. You want to pass your book up?
Yeah.
And let's have a look at that. His book is called Third Eye Open. And so this is Rakin, and I'll let him do a little bit of talking about his book, my book, and every book possible.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm Rakin, and I'm a poet. I'm also an author, a public speaker, also a community worker as well. So I wear kind of many hats. But for today's session, I'm really here. We're going to be talking about like books and the importance of books. And I'm really happy because I know that even Herbie, he's done a lot. He's published about three. I published my third one, which is called Third Eye Open. And even that title is kind of deep still. That title, Third Eye Open, because Third Eye Open, it actually means like consciousness, like a deeper level of thinking. So this is what kind of like third eye means.
Okay.
So when I say third eye open, it means that higher level of consciousness, of understanding.
I'm glad you explained that because, even though I had the book from time now, how long ago? It's been about a year.
About a year, yeah.
And even though I've had it, I still didn't know the actual meaning of Third Eye Open,
Yes.
So I'm glad you explained that.
Absolutely, yeah. And so, and like my poems is it's kind of like it's different kinds. So some of them is like spiritual, some is religious, and then some is kind of like what I would call conscious.
Yeah.
So it's really about what's going on with these young people.
Mm-hmm.
Like even I got one about like knife crime. I got one about other issues and stuff that's going on in the community. So some of it is like community based, and some of it is like about spirituality. Okay. But the whole book is about upliftments.
Upliftment.
Yeah.
And how did you start to write your book? I mean, as I said, I write poetry myself, as you know, but I write in a different concept. I'd just like to know how you write your book.
Right. To be honest with you, like I just when I'm getting inspired to write a poem, I just start writing them. Sometimes I could be on the train, sometimes I could be in my car, sometimes I could be at home. It comes at different times.
Do you stop the car, and when you get a little inspiration, do you stop the car and start writing, or
I'll just wait for a traffic light or something and then get a few lines.
Yeah.
And then leave it.
Yeah.
And also as well,
don't tell the police about that though.
No. And when I'm doing my poetry, like one poem can take a long time to write.
Yeah, that's right.
I will stop, start.
That's right, yeah.
Like that. It's only when I get
and you might erase as well. And
yes.
Yeah.
It's all like that. Editing, coming back, editing, And so, I was doing that for a while. And these poems, it's a collaboration of about maybe, it's a combination, I should say, of maybe about 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. It's really good. And it's nice when you have something, because when people, like, if I go somewhere and I perform poetry, and people want to actually have something that they can take away, now they have.
You say you perform. Name some of the places that you've performed at. Have you performed in many places?
Yeah, usually I performed a lot with this organisation called Rumi's Cave.
Okay.
Rumi's Cave is kind of based in Kilburn area.
Yeah.
And so I've done a lot of events for them, and that gave me a chance actually to be able to, to let people hear my poems, and also a lot of people that get inspired and stuff by the words.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I really love poetry because with poetry, it's like there's nothing, because there's no beat or nothing behind it. Yeah, all the audience has got
Yeah, yeah.
is just to listen to
That's
your
that's
words.
what they have to hear. Yeah, yeah.
So it's good. It gets them a chance to kind of sit down, think, reflect, and think about the words. Think about what you're saying.
What you're actually saying. Well, just thinking about that now. Do you think that you will write anything else more than poetry, like a life story or any kind of story?
Right.
A book, apart from poetry.
You know what?
Obviously you start with poetry.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, that's very interesting that you're saying that, because at the moment I'm actually working on a book at the moment, a self-help book.
Okay.
Because actually, one of my many hats that I wear.
That's breaking news.
Yes, it's
That's breaking news, people. So
yeah, I'm a relationship coach as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, and
Okay.
and so like people when they have problems with their relationship, I
Fantastic.
counsel them.
Yeah.
And so at the moment I'm writing a book on relationships.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like halfway through on that as well.
Okay, that's brilliant.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that because to be honest, there's a lot of issues in the community, even between males and females, where they're not really getting on. There's lots of issues there, and so sometimes I've realised that when there's couples, they have issues and they don't know what the problem is.
Yeah.
They need somebody from the outside to listen to
Intermediate.
them,
Yeah,
and then actually bring them back to
Yeah.
a place of where they're both
That's
calm
fantastic.
and relaxed.
So how far have you got into this book?
Yeah, right now I'm actually about halfway through already.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you say halfway, I mean, do you know how long you want the book to be? When somebody's writing a book, you don't really know how long, so you're adding bits all the time. But even though you say it's halfway,
Yeah, you're right. Actually, you're right. I've actually looked. I've looked up about self-help books, and I think they're around about 50,000 words.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm kind of getting near half, which is nearly 25,000. So, and also you're right because once I get there, maybe I'm going to be editing as we do. So some
Fantastic,
might
yeah.
get edited out, stuff like that. But that's the aim.
that's your aim, yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Other people that write books, what do you think that brings them to writing book or to wanting to write a book? What do you think?
I think it's many, different things, and also there's many different types of books.
Yeah.
As you said, maybe it's like a story, but there's so many stories people tell, and then also like there's like self-help books, and even self-help books. There's massive range, from different things. It could be like helping people with making money, books on anything crypto. There's loads of stuff on relationships.
Yeah.
So there's so much stuff now on self-help, how to become a better person yourself, how to improve your character. There's a lot happening now about how can you be a better self.
Because a lot of people they say, when I wrote my books, even the first one, people were saying like, oh, I wanted to write a book as well, and I learned from someone else who had written a book, and I got into it. And, as I said, there's a lot of people out there who wants to do it. And they think they don't know how to go about it, but it's quite easy once you start. When I say easy, I mean the part of just jotting down things and then later on putting them together. Would you say that's what you do, isn't it?
Yeah,
basically,
absolutely. You're right, yeah. And to be honest, now, if someone's interested in writing books, there's so many things they can do. I mean, you can go online and there's so many courses that you can do.
Yeah.
But also, I think what you said is important because I think mentors are really important. Like even in my family, I've got a brother-in-law who's actually, he writes detective
Really?
novels. Yeah.
Oh, maybe we could have him on the show one day.
So, he's great.
Fantastic.
He's great. And so when I was writing my book, I would go to him and he was like, okay, and we went through the stages.
Yeah.
So it's really good to have a guide, have a mentor,
definitely,
who's actually done it. Because once you've done it, then also you can help others. Like even another friend I got, he's done a self-help book, and recently he was just saying to me that he was inspired when he saw me writing my book.
Yes.
And he said yes, I want to do my book, and he's just like finished his book now. So and he's a lawyer and he's become like a life coach. His book is from life coach to lawyer, from lawyer to life coach. So you can see, and he said to me, I was inspired because when you did it, then afterwards it made me
Oh,
be encouraged.
that's fantastic. Yeah.
And now I've done it. So definitely it is easier once you have a mentor
Yeah.
or someone who's actually done it.
Who
But I
done
would
it.
say to people that if you're interested,
Yeah.
straight away.
Just go for it. But
Yeah.
you know, I think what a lot of people as well are afraid of,
Yes.
it's not the actual, even the writing, because they might jot down what they want. It's also the publication, you know, of where do I go to get this published? Who do I see to carry it through, you know? And there's a lot of unscrupulous people out there where you could go to and they could, you know, because what we're doing, we're self-publishing,
Self-publishing,
you know.
yeah.
So there's a lot of unscrupulous people out there who would want to take your cash and run, you know. So is there any idea you got on that?
Well, to be honest with you, I think self-publishing is really good. But
Because you own the copyright,
you own the
all the
copyright, you
time.
own everything. But then, like with self-publishing, then everything is on you.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to be the one who's promoting.
Yes,
You have to
yes.
be the one that's marketing.
Yeah.
You need to be the one that's looking for the shows. Yeah, you need to do everything.
Yeah.
But
Book signing,
book
things
signing,
and that, yeah.
you do everything. But if you've got a company behind you, then afterwards they will do all of that.
That's
then
it, yeah.
But the only thing about that, as you said, then they're going to take a percentage.
Yes,
And
yeah.
sometimes, like it's like,
I mean, you get people like David Walliams or something.
Yeah.
I mean, he writes a book a week and or something, you know. And he probably gets 20 grand up front, and then they take control of his whatever they make.
Yeah.
From that, it's theirs kind
Yeah.
of thing. You know, he just gets paid up front, and they might find marketing places for him to go to show up to do a little book signing, but that's all part of his deal. We don't get that, do
No.
we? You know, we pay
No.
to get our book done,
Yeah.
get it edited.
Yes.
If you want to get it edited professionally,
Yes.
it costs money as well. You know, it's a thing worth looking into, though.
Yeah.
but
then you own all of the copyright.
you own all the copyrights, and you could keep it in print
Yeah.
for as long as you want to. When you say stop printing,
Yes.
then that's when it won't be available again. But you know, as far as I'm concerned, I've taken so long to do mine. I will never say stop. It's going to be there for anybody who wants to see it for the future.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
Absolutely, and it's very powerful, to actually have a book where you've got your words out there, and people can actually go and read and be inspired. By your work. And many people have come to me and said the same thing, that I really liked what you, what you've said there. I really enjoyed and stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's a great thing. I think if anyone is interested in writing, I'll say to them,
Writing
go ahead
and publishing. Yeah.
Go ahead and write.
Yeah.
Go ahead and write, and also look out for workshops.
Yeah.
And go and join workshops, and also as well, nowadays as well, you can go on YouTube. The good thing about with this technology that we have now, anything you want to do, you can just go onto YouTube, and then you just look it up, and you can find out a lot of information.
And you know, anything that you sort of add, it always sort of goes on YouTube or Google. It will always be there, and it'll be there forever. You know, and I think that's the good thing about it as well. You know. So what do you gonna do next? You say you're right in the middle of writing that book.
I'm doing my self-help book, but also I am thinking about my next poetry book as well. I want to do another one of those as well. Definitely, yeah.
So the self-help book is in process now.
In the process,
and you want to do another poetry book.
Yes.
But it's good. I mean, I've got a few ideas myself. And don't want to let them cat out the bag yet. I've got a few ideas myself.
That's good.
Yeah. Would you like to read us one of your poems at the moment? Have we got time?
Absolutely. Yes. No problem. Yeah, definitely I will. Okay, what I'm going to do...
a little bit more.
Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to read you the poem, right?
You can tell us what it's about, what it means,
Yeah, it's all about knife crime. Because knife crime, as we know, is a big problem in the community. You know, so I wrote this poem. This one is called Save Our Boys. I've also got an organisation which is called Save Our Boys.
Lovely, we'll talk about that sometime,
Definitely, and you can follow me, on Instagram, all these things. Okay, so this one's about saving our boys.
Yeah.
When I hear the news that another boy has been slain, I feel the pain in my heart while I reflect on his name and his poor family dipped into deep depression. His mother can't sleep and she turns and she weeps. Night after night she travels through the dark tunnel of misery, her baby snatched away savagely, callously. By a deadly knife with one dig takes a life. Another life ended before the youth ascended. And who was the killer? A young man filled with rage, angry with the world who wants to lock him in a cage, angry with society that sees him as a problem, another stereotype to fill up their newspaper columns. So this young thug survives in the underground, where respect for life is an idea never found, where respect for government is nowhere to be found. The only respect is from fear and violence, criminal acts committed behind a wall of silence. Snitches get stitches as their holy mantra. And if you're known as a grass, they come to your house like Santa. The youth are dying, the mothers are crying. No, things is not cool. Somebody's lying. The ends are red hot like a boiling teapot. Another day, another got by the shank or gunshot. The youth have got the shank tight in their rucksack. They're walking around paranoid in fear of attack, ready to smack a boy that steps on their track. No feds on road because of government cutbacks. The youth clubs close because of government cutbacks. The insane walk free because of government cutbacks. Prison ram packed because of government cutbacks. Parents need support like pillars support ceilings. Protect their children from the gangs and drug dealing. Male mentors are needed to guide the youngsters. They need counselling because of the stress they're under. Every day on road is full of traps and danger. Dark like a dungeon, a confusing conundrum. Knowledge of self is needed for self-esteem. The youth need to learn how to dream. I have a dream like Martin that the streets become safe. I have a dream that all of that hate gets replaced. I have a dream that all of the gangs stop beefing, spread love and respect and stop robbing and thieving.
Whoa, that is so touching. It is brilliant.
Thank you.
That is brilliant.
Thank you.
I had read a snippet of that before.
Yeah.
I hadn't read the whole,
Right.
and you, the way you read it, because you know it's your
It's my
poetry.
poem. Yes,
and
yes.
that is brilliant, and that
Thank
says a
you,
lot.
thank
You know,
you.
I
Yes.
hope we get a lot of likes and comments
Yes,
from
absolutely,
that. I really
absolutely.
do. That is excellent.
Thank you. See,
And I know you've got many more.
I got many more,
in
but that
there.
one is really from the heart because
Yes.
This
The
when we
times
talk
that we're
about
living
that,
in
the
is
time we're living in is rough. It's rough, and like to me, there's lots of people working for the young people of the community, but it's we need more.
Yeah.
Because time is rough out there.
yeah.
You know,
It's there.
we do our little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we do, you know,
That's
we
right.
try, you know.
That's
As I
right.
say, we work in a school and we know
Yes.
situations
That's
and
right,
things.
that's
There's
right, that's right.
Usually things happen, but there's other things
That's right.
behind it,
Yes,
you know, what's
yes.
going on, what makes somebody turn to do
Yes.
things like that, you know. That is excellent. And I think we're going to have you back.
Okay, great.
I think we're going to have you back. You know,
I'm ready.
We're
I'm
running
ready.
out of time at this
Okay.
little moment now.
Yeah.
That poem was excellent.
Thank you
And
so much.
Reckon,
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming.
Yes,
and put it there,
yes, my
brother.
brother.
Yeah,
You're welcome, you're
yeah.
welcome.
You know.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
You're
Thank you for
welcome.
having me.
Trust
yes.
me.
Yeah. Big up to all of the Onyx crew.
See it there.
Yes. Big things are going, you know.
All right.